There he is.
Looks like a pretty stout little fish.
Bass.
Is that a bass?
Not a crappie. Not a crappie, it's a bass. Right out from that little overflow pipe there. I'm fishing today with my good buddy Rocky Marshall. Rocky's Little Stinker Bait Company. And for a change, Rocky and I have been fishing together for several years now, and we've caught all kinds of catfish all over the country and Canada and everywhere else. For a change, I told Rocky, I said, Rocky, let's go fish for some bass and crappie. And he said, I got just the place. He said, I know a farm pond that's just full of big old crappie. And now what we're doing is crappie fishing. And now for you Yankees, I know the difference between a crappie and a bass, and this is a bass, it's not a crappie. But we're going to try to catch some big crappie. We've done bass shows in ponds before over the years, and it's a great place to catch bass. But a lot of people may not realize it, but there's more big crappie in farm ponds, and usually big crappie if they're there, than there are in lakes sometimes. I remember back growing up around the Oklahoma City and Moore area that my daddy used to take me to these little lakes around and farm ponds, and all we did was crappie fish. We didn't even bass fish. And so, Rock, I'll take those bass, but now we got to catch crappie.
I'm ready.
Well, let's do it.
That was a healthy little old bass, wasn't it, Jimmy?
He sure was. He was pretty. Good color. Fought good, too. I don't mind catching bass. I'm not complaining.
Hey, look at that yo bob. You've got something on it.
Where? Over there. He sure does.
Look at him go. He's running with it. Those are neat, aren't they?
They really are. I told you we'd catch something on it. Let's go over and see what we got.
You put your name and everything on them just like you would a jug or trot
Rocky,
line?
in most states, you've got to put your name on them just like a trot line. I mean, in order to be legal, some people don't, but I think that you really ought to. But if one thing, look at that thing go.
Hey, this.
For one thing, you know, if you lose them, if you got your name and address, maybe somebody will call you and give it back to you. That might be a pretty good catfish. Where's my grippers?
He's right up in that moss now. Isn't that neat?
Woo! Look at him go. Whoa! Come here.
I got my, let me try to get him, Jim.
He went down under the boat.
Is that what I hear hitting the bottom of the boat?
Yeah, he's under the boat. Where'd he go? There he is. Before Rocky and I started fishing, I put out 3 yo bobs. That's all I put out, 3. This is one of the easiest and quickest ways I know of to catch catfish. And you can catch them while you're water skiing or while you're fishing for other kind of fish. We set them out. Let's see. Golly, he's heavy. Ah,
oh, look at that cat, Jimmy.
Look at that catfish.
Is that a blue cat?
The blue cat. I set out 3 yo bobs with Little Stinker Supreme. Look at him go. I can get a hold of him and catch him.
Isn't that a beautiful catfish? No, that's a channel. That's a channel cat, isn't it?
Channel cat, yeah. Isn't he beautiful? Woo, doggies.
What did you bait that with?
Little Stinker Supreme, tub bait. A little treble hook, about a number 8 treble hook.
Boy, it's tough to get them things out of their mouth, isn't it?
Yeah, but you want them hooked good. Thing about it, as opposed to a trot line, Rocky, you see how they spin like that?
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't have to worry about the catfish twisting off like it does on a trot line. See, he can twist all he wants, and he's not twisting off. Oh, whoa! Well.
You want him back here, Jimmy?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Toss him in.
All right!
Well, you put some meat on the table, didn't you?
Well, Rocky, we're out here doing a crappie show, and so far we've got a bass and a catfish.
Well, maybe that's a good omen, Jimmy.
I want some of them. Rocky's been telling me he's been catching 2-pound crappie out of this pond. 2 pounds. Can you believe that? They're probably about a ½ pound. He don't know the difference.
Their heads weigh a ½ pound, Jimmy.
Oh, come on.
You'll get one of them in a minute. Just keep fishing.
Well, I'm going to have to see it to believe it. 2-pound crappie's a lot of crappie, Rock. There he is.
Is that another bass?
I don't know. Oh, he thinks he's a bass.
That is, look at that crappie, Jimmy.
Wait a minute. Where's my marker buoy? Throw that marker buoy out. You always want it. If you're fishing a farm pond like this, and if you catch a fish particularly out in the middle, now if you catch him around the edge, you can mark something. Look how he had that Roadrunner. You can use a marker buoy. I'll give you a little hummingbird marker buoy there, and and mark the spot. Now you should be able to catch some right there at the same place. Boy, he wanted that thing, didn't
He took it for real, didn't he?
he? Golly. He's hooked right in the top of the mouth. And he's really, really hooked good. Isn't that a pretty fish?
Beautiful.
He ain't 2 pounds. He's well over a pound. You catch him bigger than that, Hot Rod?
Yeah, I've caught a couple bigger.
Really?
Than that. Yeah.
Okay, open my live well.
Can you hit it?
Of course I can.
Right,
No
we'll try and-
problem. No problem whatsoever.
How deep were you, Jimmy, when you hit that?
I'm going to say he was down about 8 or 9 feet.
Oh, Jimmy got me one.
Got him?
Yeah.
Golly. He jumped like a bass.
Look at that.
He
got him in the
jumped
side
like a
of the lip.
bass. He sure did.
Look at that. Boy,
You
that
better, don't try to lift him in. Reach down and get him with your thumb, because he'll come off.
that's
as
a
big
good
as he is.
crappie.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Look at
Golly,
that.
that's a beauty. Man, that's a pretty crappie. That thing is out of
And
sight.
Jimmy, I was popping that,
Jumping it off the
Yeah,
bottom,
a little
kinda
bit.
hopping it.
and he hit it on the fall, I think. Aren't those pretty?
Beautiful. I can only think of one place they'll be prettier.
In the frying pan.
On a plate of some fried taters and onions. Oh!
We've got 5 or 6 like that in there now.
I'll have to call Chris before we go home this evening and tell her to get the skillet hot.
I was going to have a big fish feed down here for you, but
Or maybe I'll call Chris and tell her to come down
I
here.
wish you would.
Oh.
You know, Jim, that LCR 8000 was showing clusters of fish about 2 foot off the bottom a while ago. We thought it was fish, and I guess it was, because that's right
Oh,
where I
yeah,
hung
I'm
there.
sure it was. That was those crappie. They're laying right on that bottom, that bright sun. They're just laying down there, and they want that bait slow. I think you almost got to hit them in the head to get them
Yeah,
to bite.
yeah.
I think you just got to get it so close to them. But you know, when they take it pretty good, usually. Got him?
Yeah, that's crappie too,
Oh,
Jim.
it sure is a nice one. And a nice one. Good crappie.
It hit a butte.
Put that dude in my skillet. I mean my live well.
Those are nice,
You
consistent.
can tell what I'm thinking of, can't you?
You know, I was just drifting that again behind the boat.
I
as you
saw
was
that. I
trolling.
saw that. You're lazy. You're back there just dragging your run
Yeah,
rotor around.
talking, you know. If I had a Pepsi Cola, I'd really had it made.
All of you people that are fishing for crappie and you like to catch crappie, you probably would be amazed at how many places around the country, within maybe 10 or 15 miles of your house, how many little small ponds, little watershed lakes, and things like this that's got big giant crappie, just like Rocky and I have been catching, that don't hardly ever get fish. People don't even mess with them. In fact, usually when somebody goes down there and fish, they fish for bass. All you got to do is get out and look for those fish. If you got brush in there, they'll get around the brush. In the summertime or the fall, like we're fishing here, and you got a bright, sunshiny day, they're going to be down real deep a lot of times. These fish will move up a little later in this evening probably, but Rocky and I have caught all of them, just about every one of them. Now, that fish there was a little shallower, I think, but you were kind of trolling along back there. Just about all the fish down deep, working the little road runners down slow on the bottom. Same color, same principle applies that you'd be fishing a lake. The only difference is you're fishing a farm pond, and probably one that's not fished too much. Rocky, you got to clean my crappie. You caught most of them anyway.
It's a deal. I've enjoyed it.
Woo. And we got a big old bonus catfish to skin out too for old Yo Bobber. Yo Bob catfish.